Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pink Power Live. We are so excited for tonight's call. Really quick before we get started, I just wanted to share with you guys some excitement that we've had this week. I don't know about you guys, but if you've been watching the videos that we've been posting in the team page, they just have us all so excited. And so if you haven't done that yet, make sure you do. There is a call from Rebecca Davis. It's called Real Talk, Tough Love. I posted it in my team page. I know Kara's posted it in her team page. But it's Rebecca Davis, Real Talk, Tough Love. So good. I don't know if you guys have watched it, but when I watched it, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is amazing. It's so good, and it's only like 8 minutes long, so there's no excuses. Watch that video. And also Plexus, if you guys checked your email today, we have printables from Plexus, the perfect pen, the perfect 10 tracker, and printouts for daily things to do and to keep yourself on track so you are doing those daily things and you have it right in front of you, which makes it really, really easy. And then one more thing, which is super exciting, is the Amy Paul videos that you guys have probably seen in Show Me and Diamonds in the Making and the Rockstar page. Like, Amy Paul videos are amazing. If you guys haven't been watching them, get plugged into them. They're amazing. Some of the things that she talked about is things to do daily, getting on Zoom calls with like 3 to 5 people just to make it really personable, and to doing that regularly with like people on your team, and like potentials as well, and just how like amazing it is. And she's been duplicating that system and showing her team how to duplicate that system and getting those people on those calls for just like 20 minutes or whatever, and just sharing a little bit about herself and the products, or if she's talking to the team, training them a little bit and just being personable with them, because she was saying it's really hard to be personable with 20 people, but if you have only 3 to 5 people on a call, you can get really personal with them, and people really appreciate it and learn from that. And then another thing she says that I have to talk about really fast is being proud to be a network marketer. Don't be ashamed to be a network marketer. Be proud. Network marketing is where it's at. Don't be ashamed of it. Be proud to be a network marketer, and just be proud. It's amazing. And I think that's all I got. Oh, one more thing. Setting business hours. She talked about setting business hours. I know like so many people are busy, and so many people say they don't have time to post, or they don't have time to work their Plexus business. And she was talking about, even if you only have 30 minutes, it's what you do in those 30 minutes that really, really, really can make you get to diamond, just using those 30 minutes wisely every single day. So
yeah, those Amy Paul videos are really awesome, and they'll get you fired up and excited to work. But we are so incredibly pumped to have Senior Ruby Jamie Hutchinson on the call tonight. I personally have known Jamie forever. I feel like her and my mom have been best friends since as long as I can remember, and they both linked arms and started doing Plexus together. And Jamie has always been filled with just so much passion and excitement, and she's built such an incredible team. And I just love watching how she leads, and I personally have just watched or have learned so much from her over the years. So she's just going to kind of take this call away, and she's going to share her story and share some of her secrets and some things that she has done to have such a successful business for the past 3 years. So take it away, Jamie.
Thank you, Kara. Like Kara said, my name is Jamie Hutchinson. I am a Senior Ruby Ambassador. I've been with Plexus for 3.5 years. I am an RN. I've been an RN for about 18 years now. And 3.5 years ago, 3 years ago, I was able to retire from being an RN and work Plexus full-time. And working Plexus full-time, is not the 40 hours a week like normal, or as an RN, or 12-hour shifts or whatever. You work it into the nooks and crannies of your life. So I get to be at home every day with my family and still work a business, and a lot of it is done right here online, on Facebook, on social media, and then meeting with my team, in person, which is always so much fun. Kara had me send me a few little questions that she wanted me to answer. So one of them was, sharing my story. Plexus came to me as an answer to a prayer. Absolutely, that's exactly what it was for me. January of 2013, I was working 4 12-hour shifts a day. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 12-hour shifts a week, sometimes 5 because we were shorthanded. And every morning I was tired. I would go to bed tired, exhausted. I would wake up exhausted. And the thought of doing that for another 30 years just was not even fathomable in my mind. It was, I was, my back hurt, my legs hurt, I was tired. And I started praying every morning on the way to work, God, send me something that I can do from home to be able to help others and be the person that you meant for me to be, that I'm supposed to be. And it needs to be something that will pay my bills. So I prayed that every morning, and the end of April, Plexus came into my life. And within, at first I thought, oh, it's just this little pink drink that's going to help me lose weight, feel better, give me energy. And it was right away that I realized it was not just that, it was an answered prayer. I didn't know that within 2.5 months I would be able to go from working full-time to PRN, and then within 5 months be able to retire from my full-time career and just do Plexus. And that was 3 years ago, and it's still going strong. I have an incredible team of people, they are some hard workers. They do a great job, building their business and working together with others. One of the things she wanted to say is what was one of the greatest impacts that Plexus has had on my life, and I have to say that is time freedom. It wasn't long after I retired that my mother-in-law, she had had cancer before that and was going through treatment, but it wasn't long after I retired that we realized that she was not going to make it, that the cancer had come back, and it had come back strong. And so in that last 6 months of our life, I was able to be there we were able to be there for her every day. My husband also, he was able to retire at 7 months after starting Plexus. And it gave him time to be with his mom that he never would have been able to have at all. And that cannot be replaced. This year, again, my mom was sick and in the hospital for 2.5 months, and I was able to be there with her every day, kind of direct her care and make decisions for her at that time without having to worry about going to a job, taking vacation days, asking for time off, worrying about pay or anything. So that, along the time freedom and being able to be there where you need to be when you need to be, is, it's priceless. There's nothing that compares to that. Another thing I think, Kara, you had asked was, what do I do to build my team or to work with my team? I lost my little list here. We have a Facebook group that we do every day that we post in. We try to motivate each other. We try to keep everybody, working toward their goals. Amy Paul has been a big thing that we've done in the last month. I absolutely love her. I was able to listen to her the August 1st, and she is just like this breath of fresh air. Super exciting, motivating, just that excitement and confidence. And that's one thing I immediately started sharing with my team again, go out and do it with confidence. We have an amazing comp plan, second to none. That was the first thing that really excited me when I first joined the business. I read the comp plan. Some people know the story. I'm reading the comp plan the day after I drank my pink drink and joined, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no way that you can't make money. If I buy my products, I make money. If I sell products, I make money. If I sign up people, I make money. It's a win-win no matter what you do. And my husband's in the shower, and I run in and I'm like, have you read this? And he's like, well, I kind of get it. I'm like, have you read this? And he goes, well, can I wait till I get out of the shower? Like, you have to read it. So, and together we realized, we had belonged to other companies in the past, and some of them we did well, some we didn't. But this was the only one where the comp plan was just phenomenal, and there was no way that you could make money. If you did anything on there, you were going to make something. So I always tell them to go out and to go with confidence. Even though you're afraid, be bold, speak out, speak with confidence, because the products work. We have a clinical study now that shows the products work. So you've got that. You've got a 60-day money-back guarantee if someone isn't happy with them, and you've got a comp plan that works. So what is the hang-up? Go with confidence. And also knowing that this was an answer to my prayer, I tell my team, because I know it was an answer to my prayer, and I am very confident, and God only gives us good. They are a part of that answer, so they're an answer to that prayer also. So I know that if they go out and work it, it's going to be good. They're going to make it. So we've been reading a book. Let me get off onto this real quick. We've been reading this book, and it's called Switch on Your Brain. I started reading this. I just finished it up this last week, and it has been amazing. I found it after convention. Kelly Norman had shared a little bit about it in our Breakout Senior Ruby session, just a little bit about the different breakdowns of the brain, different personalities. And so I searched it out, found the book, and I read it this week. And what has really amazed me in this book is it is faith-based science. So it talks about your brain on a scientific level, but it's based by Bible scripture. So in there, it tells you, I wrote down a few little things, free will. God gave us, He made us in His image, and He made us good. He wanted us good. Babies are innocent. They know nothing, horrible. They know no fear. They know anything bad. And those are learned over time. So anything that you're afraid of, it's something it's a learned behavior. And God gave us good. He wants good for us, but He also gave us free will. So every time He gives us an opportunity, we have a choice. We either accept that opportunity or we ignore it. Okay? There's also going to be a consequence for that choice. So, if you choose the good and you work it, because faith without works is dead. So you can have faith, and I've heard this a lot of times, and Kara said it the other day, well, if God gave me this business, then it'll work out, it'll be blessed. You still have to work it. He expects you to do your part. You have to be a good steward. So go out and be a good steward. Exercise your free will, but exercise it toward the good. Okay? Make a good choice, because there's consequences to either choice you make. If you decide to sit back and do nothing, that's what you're going to reap. You reap what you sow. So make sure you sow seeds every day to build your business. So one of the things is, in the book, it says we are highly intelligent beings with free will, and we are responsible for our choices. And it goes to, it references Proverbs 23:7, as he thinks in his heart, so is he. I know several people like to make excuses, well, I can't find customers, or I can't do this, or I can't do that, I don't have time, or, I'm going through this in my life right now, so I can't do it. So in this book, it also talks about people want to make excuses, and they want to play victim to their circumstances and to their biology, and that is not the case. We are co-creators of our destiny alongside God, and you choose to allow God to lead you. So we're designed to create thoughts, and from those thoughts we live out our lives. So basically it goes back to that, as he thinks, so is he. Then there was a couple other things I wanted to touch on along that line. So, you have free will. A lot of this business is based on mindset. And, a lot of people didn't grow up in positive environments, and they, it takes a little bit to get over that. It does. So the one thing we want you to know, though, is it doesn't matter who you are. You can do this business. It doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter what you're dealing with day to day. You can build this business, and you can be a diamond. You joined Plexus. You are super excited, and you have one of two choices. You either go out and you tell everyone about it, or you keep your mouth shut and you tell no one. If you go out and tell everyone, you're going to find people that's going to join with you, all right? But you're also going to get those naysayers. And then once you hit a naysayer, which is usually some loser brother-in-law of somebody who knew somebody, but, once you run into those, you go back and look, all right, we have an amazing comp plan. We have amazing products that work. We have amazing testimonies. We have an amazing company. So you just brush that off, and you go out and you be bold and you be confident again. Okay? So once you keep doing that, you're exercising your own free will by choosing that. All right? The other thing is, if you don't, then you are saying that everyone that made any income in this business, or every jewel, or anyone that's earned a special trip, or anyone that, earned a prize are special, that they're better than you, that, they are somebody, just amazing out there. They're not just like you. But that's not the truth. The reality is they are just like you. The only difference is they got sick and tired of being sick and tired. They got sick and tired of clocking in 40 hours a week somewhere. Just like me, they prayed every day for God to send them something. And He did. And then they chose to follow it and to accept it.
I feel like everybody out there, sorry, that's bothering me, that we all understand like how difficult it is to, I guess, we get so caught up in our negative mindset, and I know that Jamie understands this, and I know that Nikki and I both understand that it is, how do I put this in the words, I guess, like, it's not necessarily easy to train your mind, but I feel like that you need to make the choice that you are worth it to retrain it, because I know that I always am going back, not always, I'm getting a lot better, but it was so easy for me to kind of run into a wall and just go back to that negative thinking and let myself backslide, and like I had to make I am worth it to be thinking the right way, to be, speaking the right things over my life and having the future that I want for myself, and kind of choosing that free will and putting in the work to be training my mind. But it's not always easy in the very beginning. Like, it takes work, but you are worth it. Like, God wants you to have like a blessed and favorable life. Like, just choose that.
I always tell myself, like, one of the things that like hits me like is no successful person in any business is successful by giving up. Like, you can't give up. Nobody that is successful gave up. They worked through the bad times and the hard times, and they kept going.
Yes. I mean, think about it this way. I didn't become a nurse just by waking up one day and saying, hey, I'm going to be a nurse, and then putting on scrubs and going to work at a hospital. I had to go to school. I had to study. I had to put in the time with clinicals. I had to do all the crazy hours, staying up late and studying, sometimes by osmosis, by sleeping on a book, it felt like. But, you do it. You do whatever it takes to reach that goal. And that's another thing. You have to set goals. You have to set goals. You have to write them down. And that's one thing she does touch on in this book. This is actually a 21-day brain detox. And there's 5 steps that she goes through to actually detox your brain and rebuild, actually change the structure of your brain physically to be a more positive person and to be more successful and goal-oriented. So if you don't have a goal, so this month, let's say, this month we've got the September 3+3 program. What's everybody's goal for September? You're going to get 3 new customers. You're going to get 3 new ambassadors. Everybody, that's their goal, because they want to get that extra $100, which is actually ends up being more, but that was a video I did the other day. But, have a goal. Know what you're working for, because if you don't know what you're working for, you're not working for anything. You have to know what it is. You have to write it down. You have to make a plan. But you have to put that plan into action, because if you don't, then it's just a plan that is going to lay there, and it's going to annoy you and frustrate you because you never took action to make it come to fruition.
What was I going to say with that? Never mind. Go ahead. Sorry. Are you going to talk about that, Nikki?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, as she's talking about let me pull it up really quick, actually. Sorry, guys. I know if we have a little bit of time, I wanted to talk about how we can make, because I know you said you did a video on how to make more than the $100, Jamie.
Yes, yes. I think it's posted in Show Me.
Yeah, maybe.
Working group and in Show Me.
If you don't have anything else to say, maybe we can talk about that before we jump off, since we're kind of done super early.
Sure. I've got it written down here. Now,
okay.
I did it on, I broke it down just based on like the minimum. So when you get 3 new customers, and they have to have a minimum of 50 PV. So I did it where if they did just a bag of Slim. So, normally we try to get them to get a triplex at least, but I just did it on a bag of Slim. So if they do a bag of Slim, 3 new customers, that's going to be $21 commission at 15%. And that's not adding in you getting your products. That's not adding in anything else. That's just those 3 bags of Slim. All right. Then you're going to get a preferred customer bonus of $15 each on those 3 bags. So that's another $45. All right. And then you sign 3 new ambassadors, and they get we'll say the $99 welcome pack. That's another $75 that you're going to earn. So you've met that 3 plus 3 requirement, and you're going to get that $100 bonus. So if if you have met silver in the past, that's $241 that you're going to earn off of that 3 plus 3. All right. If you're not silver, it's $341 off of the 3 plus 3. All right. And then say those 3 ambassadors ordered a $150 welcome pack. You're going to make, as a silver already, $316, or not being a silver, and you get that silver bonus on top of it, $416 off of just that 3 customers, 3 ambassadors for this month. So, it's worth putting in that effort. I know some of my people have already got their 3 customers. They've already got 1 ambassador, and they're just looking for their 2 other ambassadors for this month. And she's going to hit silver this month, so she will be getting that $416. Which is super exciting.
A really big paycheck to work for. Like
it really is.
$400 for somebody. I mean, that gives you a lot of wiggle room during the month for most people.
Right. That's going to cover your cost of your products. And plus, it could be a car payment. It could be groceries for, your family. It could be putting up for Christmas money. Christmas is getting close again. So, even for money, spending money.
And I know, like, if you guys have newbies and you can get them to understand, like, the breakdown of how you can make $370 or $416, if you can, like, get your newbies to make that money right off the bat, I promise you they're going to keep working their Plexus senses, because they're going to get super excited right from the beginning, because they're making a big chunk of money, and they're going to be like, wow, like, this stuff is legit, like, and they're going to get excited right from the very beginning. Not that we already don't have, like, the silver bonuses and, can get people to make really good money from the beginning, but this September incentive of them giving us these bonuses is really going to get some people excited for sure.
It really is.
We always are pushing silver, and even the wholesale buyers to silver. And I know that so many people join just to be wholesale customers. And one of the reasons I think one of the reasons so many people just want to be a wholesale customer and not, do the business or anything is because they don't understand how simple the business is. And once they put a little bit of effort and they get a couple people that are doing it with them, and then they make that paycheck, that's that aha moment for so many people that's like, wait a second, I did nothing and made this money. So what would I do if I really put effort into this business? And if you look all across the Plexus board, all the way from, just some of our silvers to our diamonds, they will share with you. Yeah, like, that's how I started it out. I got that first paycheck. Wait a second.
Exactly.
And one of the things, go ahead.
One of the things, we always, everything's done, it's more fun when you take a friend with you. So, and that's kind of what we did in the beginning, was we just grabbed our friends and did it. We got them to join along with us. So, especially if you're a brand new person, grab a friend. You grab a friend to go to the gym, you grab a friend to go out to eat. So get a friend to join this business with you and work it together. And you both will, it's going to pay off for both of you. $35. I mean, I blow that going out to get a burger half the time.
Right? Most people blow that on a daily basis on something.
Right.
Don't even think about it. One of the things that I was going to say a while ago when I totally lost my train of thought was about that Switch on Your Brain book. I haven't read that, but would that be a good book to do to read with your team, or for people to do together, or it would be?
Yes, actually, my team is reading it right now, and we're getting ready to start going over it. And a couple of them that have already started, I've already finished it, and another one is pretty close to finishing it. But one read just the prologue, and she was like, just the prologue let me know that this is worth my time reading. It was very interesting. It is one of those books that it is a little scientific. So you almost have to read it in a quiet place, and then it's so much information that you have to stop and process it. It's a lot of information, but it's things that we've all been taught our whole lives, the scriptures and what the scriptures mean, but we've never made that connection to how powerful God really is, and that He gave us this ability to actually change the physiology of our brain. It's actually on a DNA level. So when you really start reading the book, it makes totally awesome sense. And it's just, read it. Just read it. It's so hard to even just describe what it's all about and the steps that you go through, which only take about 5 to 7 minutes a day. But it's an awesome book. Read it.
Everybody has 5 to 7 minutes.
No. That's one that I'm definitely picking up. I just recently started that, how to win friends and influence people. But after hearing you talk about it on our leaders meeting the other day, and then hearing about it now, that's what I feel like I gotta read.
Yeah.
I really feel like I need that book in my life for sure, and I can think of a few people that I might need to share it with. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I actually told one of my level ones the other day, I'm the whole time I'm reading this book, I'm in my mind, she needs this book, she needs this book. And she's like, dude, is my brain off? And I'm like, no, that's not what I mean. You just, she's a person that she's a gorgeous person and she doesn't see it. And I can see so much potential and she doesn't see it. And I'm like, she needs this book. We got to switch on her brain.
I really think that most people can use something like that, because unfortunately we're always so geared toward the negative. So.
Yes. Think about it. I'm 45 years old. I've lived 45 years of listening to negative, and so you have to make a choice. And it's actually making a choice that you're not going to listen to that. And when a negative thought comes into your brain, that you choose to get rid of it and replace it with a positive thought. And it's just a really awesome book.
Well, Nikki, are you there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Well, before we wrap up, do you have anything else that you want to add? Jamie, Nikki, no?
No. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can.
My picture went away, but I'm still here. I was just going to say, if you guys are staying plugged in every single week, make sure you guys are watching our calls. We have some super excited guests coming up. We have a min of Plexus coming up. We have Diamond Ambassador, our upline Lori Cooper, coming up. And we have Christy Hull coming up. So we're just really excited. So make sure you guys are just staying plugged in every week. And even if you guys can take 30 minutes a day and work your Plexus business, you will be amazed at where you can get with it.
And we'll just apologize too for all of our delays earlier. We were having all kinds of crazy technical issues. I don't think we mentioned that in the very beginning, but we got it together. And thank you so much, Jamie, for taking time out of your night to share with us and to pour into all of us and our team. And I'm super excited to hear that book, read that book. Watch. What do you do with a book?
I will say that I'm having technical difficulties too, but it's totally Google Hangout. It's not us because I'm not doing anything wrong.
Okay.
Thank you all for inviting me to come on tonight and talk to y'all.
Yes, thank you so much, Jamie. We were so happy and inspired by you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Y'all have a good night.
Night.